Good afternoon, everyone. How we doing? This is Nate G. Can I get a mic check? Excellent, excellent. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's got a good relaxing weekend planned. Pretty choppy here on an OPEX Friday, wouldn't you say? I just wanted to come over here. This is the SPX for OPEX week, right? This is Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. And we're into Friday now. And you can see we've been up, we've been down, we've been up, we're consolidating sideways. This is pretty typical of an OPEX week, right? And when it's all said and done, we really haven't gone that far. I mean, of course, we could rip up today and then, close near highs. But we've just sort of we made a new high on Monday. We made a new high on Thursday. All-time highs, by the way. And now we're just kind of oscillating in between here. It was looking ugly Tuesday into early Wednesday. So that's a pretty typical OPEX week. Doesn't always happen up near the highs, but just sort of that sort of rolling, putting in highs, coming in, putting in lows, and then sort of finishing even on the week is pretty typical. So I've been trying to play this both ways. Obviously, I'm still working on the butterflies, iron condors, and credit spreads. Credit spreads have not been working this week because of the volatility. It's kind of been a fake out type week where you get a fake out move one direction and then it'll move back the other direction pretty solidly. So that's been pretty interesting. But we picked up some low yesterday, LOW. That broke down a little bit this morning, but has reclaimed. So still hanging on to that and seeing if that can push up into next week. We're out to the November 1st on those, so that's not really. We're not taking a whole lot of heat here. But as you can see, this morning over the course of 30 minutes or so, it broke down and then came back and reclaimed. So I was watching that for a stop out, but now that it's reclaimed, as long as it can kind of hold this 281 level, we're in good shape. This sort of demand zone that sits right here. As long as it can sort of hold this area, then I think we're in business. We've popped back up and in. I grabbed some Amazon today. Caught a little bit of a run there for, I don't know, a couple percent, maybe 20, 30, somewhere around there. Just a quick little hit. And I thought we could go through and try and find some names that look good. There are a bunch. MS being one of them. That one looks like it might just want to go without us at this point. Was it MAS? Was the other one? Is that right? Yep, that is right. This one looks nice. This one only has monthly options, but I do like this pattern a lot as well. And there's just a bunch of names that look really, really good. So I thought we could kind of go through and see what we can find. I like RCL. It's kind of rounding at the moment. But if you look at this daily, it's pretty it's pretty trendy, as they say. So I'm watching that one for a setup. That's on the watch list. A couple other ones that are really looking great. MAS we just looked at. Car continues to look great. The CTAS also looks great. Also way up at all-time highs. That 30-minute chart looks pretty darn juicy. Might want to put a trade plan together on that. Let's see, where are we? There was another one that I had up here. Fast, earnings winner, right at EMAs. Oh, I bet there's like a 10-minute here on forward. No, maybe a 5-minute? Oh yeah, look at that 5-minute on forward. God, that looks good. Earnings win next week. Maybe a little run into earnings next week. What do those look like? FW, RD. Whoops. FWRD. Yeah, those are okay. The November 15s. Those only have monthlies as well. That's not quite as cool. Let's see here. You kind of want to play... You don't want to play anything expiring today on those. MDT, look at that. A little breakdown and push into next week. Coming into highs there, or target number 1. MDT looks great if you still have it. Let's see. I was looking at EXPE today. Nope, not eBay. Cava, of course, just looks primed. A bunch of you are in a Cava, huh? I'm not playing Cava, but I'm wishing I was at this point. PLTR looks ready to go as well. I like that one. That is up near all-time highs. This one has earnings 2 weeks. And they have just been rocking. So when earnings play on PLTR, I kind of like that one. When was earnings? What did it say? November 4th. So you play the 8s. See if you can't get some IV push into that. Play like the 40. You could even play the 44s on PLTR. I like that play. A little out of the money, but you're also going to get a nice potential IV push, plus hopefully a regular underlying push into earnings. I like that play. I'm gonna put that on my chart here real quick. November 8th. What did I say? $44 calls into earnings. Let's see here. It's got to get up and over that level. And I'd like to get it off of this level. Let's just put a little alert in there at about 42. See if we can't get a little dip to 42 and play those November 8s. That would be that's the shot I'm going to take on those. Move that up a little closer. There we go. Okay. What do the yellow circles indicate on the Squeeze Pro indicate in these yellow ones right down here? That's just a high squeeze a high squeeze. So we have the red, and on mine there are light red, and then there are yellow. And so that's red is a normal squeeze, light red is a light squeeze, and the yellow is a high compression squeeze. And I've been meaning to change those to change the high compression or the low compression to, let me see if I can, settings. The high compression to stay at yellow, but then do the low compression at like a black. Because that's been confusing everyone. There we go. So let's hit save. Oh man, great call. I don't know why I wrote 22. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, we want the 44s. 22 would be really expensive. There we go. $44 calls, slightly out of the money. Thank you. Green ones are a non-squeeze. So nothing's happening from a squeeze perspective when they're just green. What are the black candles? You mean the black dots down here? I don't know what you mean by black candles. Is CVNA a lost? Oh yeah, black dots is just a low compression squeeze. I'm gonna change those to a little bit more of like a gray, I think. No, maybe I'll go just full black. Yeah, I'll just go full black. So you'll see if a squeeze is gonna fire for, right? Let's see if we go, if a squeeze is gonna fire, it's like we've got red, 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 and then we start going to black, which means it's getting ready to fire to the green, right? And sometimes it'll go black before it goes red, then before it goes yellow, right? You see that it goes black here. So we're starting a squeeze, right? We're in a high compression squeeze. There's one red dot. Now we're coming out of that high compression squeeze into two reds, and then that squeeze is starting to fire black, and then as soon as these turn green, and this probably goes like this, then the squeeze will have fired long. Nate B's black dots are for a high compression squeeze? I don't think so, because he's using the actual one from Simpler Trading. And Simpler Trading has black dots as the light squeeze. Okay, yeah. And then this one is not the one from Simpler Trading, so its colors were a little bit different. This is the free one on TradingView. So it should be his high compression should be more of like an orange color, I believe, on the one from Simpler Trading. So now I've got that set correct. Yeah, there are. John, that's what I'm using. See, it's the Squeeze Pro from Make It Zero. And you just go into... Oh, you're saying there's no settings like change, EMA lines and stuff like that. I'm just changing colors. Yeah, John's right. Sorry, I think I misread what you had said. Got out of MDT with 34, Helen. Great job. Nice patience on that one. Nice patience. And then let's see if we can find. a little something else here. Give me my 30-minute chart. We had oh, was that just Netflix we were on? No. I like D-Dog. Obviously Netflix looks good. There's just so many good looking charts here. And that always makes me feel a little nervous. Waste Management looks great. Ugh. AMD does not look great. Amazon looks great. MSTR looked fantastic yesterday. And I really wanted to get in, and then of course it runs today. MPC not doing anything. MasterCard won't quit. Low looks great. Let's see. FANG is kind of interesting into that gap. Oh man, Tesla's just doing nothing right now, huh? I bet it'll go close that gap here pretty soon, though. What is this? Oh, yep. Close the gap on ANF. Now we're coming down into... I mean, this is a fair value gap right here. I could see coming into about middle of that zone for a bounce if you like ANF. Let's see. Oh, this was what I was looking at. Does anybody like this chart at all? It's a daily, so it's not going to move real fast. But I like Builder for a November 5th play. Hold on, let me check. Let me check options. You have to play the 15. Ooh, man, those are spendy. Two tens. I think that would go to 210. Maybe you could play the 210s. I don't like that one as much. All right, let's see what Mr. Sam says. Samuel on my my watch list. Let's see. S up. Ooh, TTD, huh? All right. Wow, that looks great. Man, you'd have to have nerves of steel to want to take that entry this morning, but look at that. Crazy. Did that come into any like VP level? And even broke that VP level. Talk about nerves of steel to have wanted to grab that one. Didn't stay there for very long, did it? Crazy. Is there a level that... Not really. Huh. TTD looks great. Bunch of squeezes. Let's check D-Man's watch list. Take two. 30-minute. Yeah, I don't love that one. What is this one? adjust here. See if we can find something to do here. I wish I was in MSTR. I was looking at it yesterday. Let's see, NDX. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Here. Melly. Now. Oops, no. RH. Oh, wow. RH looks pretty nice. Like on a 30. A little too extended. Let's see here. Len. DE. APP. Yeah, we know that one. I like APP here. Maybe get it just a little lower. That would be nice. Every time I say that, every time I see something and I say, "Oh, I'd like to get it a little bit lower," I come back to it an hour later and it's gone. Everyone's out to get me. EXPE, that one looked good earlier today. Still looks good. CCJ. Wow. What is CCJ? Wow. Those have to have. Yeah, options are decent. Whew. Would have been a great get right here. Huh, okay. Let's see, yeah, Kava. That thing looks poised for a move. Costco looks a little bearish. Wow. JPM, I mean all the financials, that's the same thing, same idea as MS. That thing looks great. Other than a little potential head and shoulders forming at the moment. Let's see, ID, PPL. That's an expensive one, and LW. Close that gap. Let's see what's happening here. Triple top. Look at this pattern. Here, I'll go over here so it's a little easier to see. Cup and handle. See if it wants to push up here. All-time high is here. Or if it just wants to roll over from here. If we break that trend line though, if we break this trend line here, you know, if this kind of does this and comes up again and then breaks this trend line, that would be a good short down into VWAP. If that happens. Or we might just get a nice little push up. See if those ticks come along. Please explain. On some options, there is periodically raids. The bid price significantly drops at once. After that, it gradually goes up to previous levels. The spreads do kind of fluctuate a little based on, supply and demand. Is that what you're talking about? MDT broke out. Boom. Look at that. Almost right up into target. I was just looking at TTWO earlier. On its longer term time frame, it's kind of consolidating into this pretty serious wedge. And it's moving up off the lower side to ideally come and test the high side, and it's got a 30-minute squeeze. So I could definitely see trying to play out of that squeeze up into that upper portion up here. not quite as high, but right, this would be the high. I started losing my voice strangely last night. But you see how many lines I have in here means I've just set up different trade plans on it so many times. And it's really stayed within this same range. But we're up above point of control right there. Got your target. You've got a decent, stop risk area here. And then if you did 1272 extension to there, right, having those as your targets, and then maybe a reach up here, your risk reward right here isn't all that fantastic. Little over 1-to-1, and then if you play to your second, 1-to-2, so that's good. So I could see that as a play. I'd actually like to get it a little bit lower, but I don't know that it's going to do that. So I like it. He has a nice trade, D-Man, on Amazon. I was in that as well. Well played, sir. Yeah, Helen, it always feels that way, doesn't it? Just have to be patient. There was the break we talked about just a second ago on that cup and handle. Break and push up through. I don't know if we'll test new highs today or not. Long way to go. All the way up to here. Let's go. All-time high. There's really no indication today that we were going to. It hasn't really. I guess I was saying it was no indication we were going to have a trend day. It hasn't really been a trend day. We've been moving up a little from, the spike in the open. So definitely wouldn't call that a trend day. But we've been moving up. Does anybody have anything else they want to look at? I've also had a pretty decent week, so I don't want to. I'm not looking to put a bunch on at the moment. I'm gonna wait to see what happens into next week. Apple on the weekly, yeah, that's gonna look great. Yeah, 2 dots in on the weekly. I mean, Apple is testing its all-time high there this week and is just sitting right below it. I think it's pretty poised to pop. I could even see an earnings play here. Just would love to get it just a hair lower. But I could see, let's see what those cost right now. What are we out? 31. So we play the November 1st. Yeah, even the 235 November 1st could get you a nice pop. Yeah, Netflix is amazing today, huh? I could see a lotto play on Netflix. Right here, VWAP. No, that's not what I wanted. Hang on a minute. Let's see if those are set right. They're not. Huh, that's interesting. It's trying to get into a squeeze. That squeeze is interesting. You'd think it would be into a squeeze right here. All right, let's see what we have. The 760s. I think I'm going to try a 760 lotto on Netflix. With a nice tight stop. I'm risking just under VWAP here. Right? So risk to there. How do ticks look right now? VIX is coming down. Advanced decline. Kind of doing its own thing. 8 Yeah, I just have a tight stop here. Give it a little bit of room, but see what it wants to do here. See if it can get back over that. Sure, it is overbought, but it's strong today. And look at look at Amazon, right? Just continuing to push. It really only gave us one opportunity here off of VWAP. That wasn't even today. Or was it? Yeah, that was today. Just looks nice and strong. Yeah, I'm buying. I'm trying today's. Yep. Because you don't need a very big move in Netflix to make some good money. But you also have to, manage your risk. Does anybody have any other RKLB? Let's go here. $30-minute. Yeah, I like that one. What's that on the daily here? Oh yeah. I do like that one. PayPal has, yeah, PayPal does too, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd like to get PayPal in here around 79. That would be great. That looks like it's ready to go as well. There's a lot of good looking charts right now. Look at that. Earnings is 29th. So 2 weeks. Yeah, I like PayPal as well. A lot of good names. I feel like I should put PayPal on my other watch list. Yeah, PLTR we talked about. PLTR, I've got. I would love to play that a little lower here if we can get something into Monday or later this afternoon. Play it into earnings. I like that one. That's all right. That's no problem. Cost. I mean, it's been playing in this range for quite some time. Overall, obviously, I love cost. Yeah, this thing is just any opportunity to pick it up. It's in a nice daily squeeze. Near the low end of that trend line. Yeah, that's a beauty. You know, if as long as it doesn't break the pattern there, you know, you could see it doing something like that before it decides it's gonna break down or move up. Well, we are getting a little bit more of a trend. We might go touch that all-time high. That's a ways to go, but we'll see. All right, y'all. I gotta jump off here. Oh, UPST is gonna move, huh? All right, I gotta jump off, but everyone have a great weekend, and we got a bunch of names we're looking at for next week. Got them on the watch list. So coming in Monday, I'll be ready to look for a couple of dip buy opportunities on some great looking names. I mean, even if you look at your 30-minute chart on the SPY or the SPX, and that thing is a beauty, right? So there's a lot of great charts out there. Yeah, cost options are ridiculously expensive. So okay, I'll talk to everyone later.